All right, people, we live, uncut, unedited, right over here on the northwest side of Austin area, Brandon Johnson house, and we're going live. This is a press conference with the concerned citizens and some former Democrats and now Republicans. All right.
Peace and love, family. We gather in solemn remembrance of Laquan McDonald, a cherished young brother tragically taken from us, shot 16 times by Chicago police officer Jason Van Dyke, and obscured by Rahm Emanuel. This press conference is also a platform to spotlight the Chicago Officials Recall Act, born out of Laquan's untimely death, intended to empower Chicago citizens to hold corrupt elected officials accountable. Dishearteningly, House Bill 6616, a critical result of this movement, remains unpassed after a staggering 9 years. Furthermore, we aim to draw attention to the multifaceted challenges, economic, social, and emotional, that the influx of illegal economic immigrants has imposed on the black citizens of this city. Brandon Johnson, who received overwhelming support from black Chicagoans, has regrettably profoundly disappointed us. As legal citizens integral to the city's fabric, we find ourselves with fewer rights than the thousands of illegal economic immigrants arriving from across the globe. We have diligently contributed to this city's historical, educational, and economic foundations. Yet now we feel marginalized under the Johnson administration. In light of these grievances, we assert the following demands: implementation of a Chicago American plan specifically tailored to Native Black Chicagoans, descendants of American chattel slavery. Immediate enactment of an executive order to terminate the sanctuary city status. Removal of illegal economic immigrants from our communities. A formal apology from Mayor Johnson and Alderman Vasquez for the disrespectful removal of our esteemed 81-year-old senior, George Blakemore, from the City Council chamber. Mr. Blakemore stands as a venerable figure in the city of Chicago, steadfast in challenging unlawful rules and regulations. Instead of being issued a citation, Mr. Blakemore was unfairly arrested and charged with disorderly conduct. We urge the community, media, and city officials to stand in solidarity with us as we advocate for equity, justice, and fair representation for black citizens in Chicago. And now I'll give it over to Mark.
Say your first and last name real quick.
Mark Carter, M-A-R-K-C-A-R-T-E-R. And to echo what Sister Erica just spoke on, when it comes to the Laquan McDonald law, that law is stuck in the Rules Committee. We're demanding that that law be released from the Rules Committee so that justice can take its course, that democracy can take its course. Yesterday, we lost our privilege to democracy. Yesterday, we lost the power to be able to vote on whether we should have a sanctuary city or not. Prior to that, we lost our opportunity to vote whether we should have the Laquan McDonald law. And so we call out to not just Chicago, but across the country, to say no to the disrespect of democracy. We call on all of America to stand with Chicago and across the country against this Office of New Americans. If you have the nerve to come up with an Office of New Americans, then what is your plan for the existing Americans? Let me say that again. If you have the nerve to open an Office of New Americans, then what is your plan for the original Americans? The foundational Americans? All across this country, Cities for Action, where you have over 200 mayors and county executives who have agreed to replace Americans, all Americans, with the immigrant population, whether those immigrants come from Mexico, Africa, Asia, India, Europe, all over. We're saying America must take care of America first. We're saying that if you're going to have an office, then you're going to have an office for Americans first, and especially office for black Americans who descended from slavery and were never made whole.
That's right.
And so with this new, with us demanding that the Rules Committee release the Laquan McDonald law, that will give us the power to determine whether we want to keep this mayor, recall him, or allow him to stay there. But to freeze it in committee is a total disrespect to democracy. And so we call on all of America, as I stated once before, we call on all of America to stand with us, get on board, send this strong message to this mayor, this governor, to the President of the United States of America, that we will not stand idly by while you bring in a new group to replace us. We watched it happen in California. We watched all of America be replaced in California. From those black communities, the white communities. A lot of times we like to divide ourselves up along those lines, but everybody, when it came to immigration, was removed in communities like Compton and Watts and LA County. And they went so far as to burn people out of their homes. They killed family members. When you look at New York, the same thing happened where you have the Jamaicans and Haitians and groups like that. Florida, the Haitians and Caribbeans. Minneapolis, Minnesota, you have the Somali community who now, where refugees who came to this country are now controlling the business districts, the congressional seat. Also the mayor of Minneapolis, Minnesota. If we don't see that as a threat to democracy, if we don't see that as a threat to national security, then what will we, at what point do we see that we are under attack? This is an all-out attack and assault on us. And we call on President Trump to come to Chicago, walk these communities with us, oppose this mass immigration that is killing our community, is killing Americans all across this city and all across this country. And so whether he walked through the streets of Chicago or we meet in Soldiers Field, and we pack Soldiers Field out to say that Americans must be taken care of first before you take and use resources to accommodate other groups from all across the world. Come to America. Come to Chicago. Take care of Americans first, not immigrants first. Thank you.
Good evening or good afternoon. Thank you. I am P. Ray, the hostess of Black Excellence Hour, a show for people with high self-esteem, Sundays on WVON, 1690 AM, as well as Black Chicago for Trump. What we have to understand, citizens of Chicago, not just Black Chicago, but all Chicago. Yesterday, we were dealt a very severe blow from the city council. See, because we don't want the sanctuary city. The citizens of Chicago never asked for this. It started off as an executive order that was then codified under Mayor Rahm Emanuel and given teeth under Lori Lightfoot. In neither of those processes were the citizens of Chicago consulted. And so then when we went to them and we said, hey, let us tell you how we feel about it, they said no. You don't get that choice. As if this is some type of dictatorship. We know that they are socialists, but we did not expect communism to come this quickly. And so now we have what are dictators who are going to the city council and voting against the interests of the voters of the city of Chicago, the taxpayers of the city of Chicago. This city is our city. You're not doing us a favor in city council. You go to vote our pleasure, and you took that right away from us yesterday, formally in the city council. It is not okay. We do not deserve that level of disenfranchisement, but this is what the Democratic Party does. This is exactly who they are, who they have been. The Jim Crow era, the Progressive era, and the Jim Crow era were the same. It's the same time period. Those people were Democrats that did that to us, people. Democrats are the KKK. It's the guerrilla warfare arm of the Democratic Party. The KKK walked so that Antifa could run. They're all the same people. They take away our right to vote. They take away our homes through taxes and fines and trickery. They affect our right to vote through trickery, just like they did in the South as Democrats. Now they're doing that in the city of Chicago. And for us, it's time to move on. We want everybody to put your gym shoes on, tie them up real tight, because we're running to the right. We're done. We don't want to talk to you anymore. We don't want to have any more meetings. We're not going to do any more compromise. And because they did not want to give us the referendum that we wanted, we're going to say no to their referendum. Vote no on the Bring Chicago Home referendum. Vote no. We didn't ask for that. We asked for the referendum to end sanctuary cities because, friends, remember, the sanctuary city policy acts as a magnet on the Sears Tower, or the Willis Tower, whatever we call it, the Sears Tower, and what happens is illegal immigrants from all over the world know once they get in Chicago, they can stay. ICE is not coming. They're going to get some food. They're going to get a link card. They're going to get somewhere to stay. Their kids are going to go to school. They're going to get cell phones. They're going to get bikes. They're going to get any and everything they can get as long as they can get over that border into the city of Chicago. That's why we want to get rid of the sanctuary city. It has absolutely nothing to do with us trying to be inhumane or xenophobic. We're trying to save ourselves. We don't know who's coming across that border. We are in a global war right now, Americans. A global war. All of our enemies could be sitting there. They're soldiers anywhere across this border straight to the city of Chicago, and we're subsidizing that with our tax money. But we got potholes. We got the kids. Rapists. Then people get mad when you say this. The prisons, the people in South America opened their prisons and sent their people to the American border. So when we say in the insane asylums, this is actually documented. Look it up. So when we talk about rapists and murderers and all type of psychopathic people coming, it's not an affront against everyone who's coming, but those people are in the group. And if we have a pot of soup and we put 2 drops of poison in it, the whole thing is poison and we got to throw it out. Therefore, we want to get rid of the sanctuary city policy. And until that is scrapped, there are no referendums getting voted on. Vote no. Hell no. Just say no to the Bring Chicago Home referendum, because that's what they pushed, and we didn't ask for it. Brandon, you know, you live over here. You saw what happened at Amundsen Park. You heard how disgusted the people were. You listened to the radio. You're in the community. You're riding your bike. You know we don't want this. So you don't care? It's okay, because this is America. And in America, we have the power through the ballot. So not only are we going to vote no to the Bring Chicago Home ordinance, but we're also going to all pull Republican primary ballots. We need everyone in March, pull a Republican ballot. Even if you don't vote for anybody on the ballot, pull it anyway. Let them see that they don't own us. We are free people. We are American as sweet potato pie. This is our country. We are at home. They don't tell us how it goes. We tell them how it goes. We've been here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 generations in this country. Free. Free. Therefore, we're not going to accept this. This is a political game. This is not personal. Don't say, oh, they don't like Brandon. They don't want to give the black man a chance. It has nothing to do with him being a black man living on Superior. Nothing. This is our city, our lives, our family, our wealth, our health, our safety. Somebody has to care because obviously our aldermen don't. What if this happened to him out in Bolingbrook, right? When he was growing up, he wouldn't have liked that. So we're also, again, asking for my Donnie, Donald John Trump Sr., come to the city of Chicago. We will feed you. Come to Chicago, you're going to eat so well. You're going to be so happy. And you have a cheer team, a team of supporters here larger and stronger than you've ever seen. Because nobody is stronger than the Chicagoan. Nobody's tougher than us. Nobody's going to outwork us. Mr. Trump, come to Chicago and help us. We want to save our city. We're not stupid voters. We're being disenfranchised upon over and over and over again by the Democratic Party. This is not what we're deciding. They're giving it to us. So we're also asking everyone around the country, all of the conservatives, all the Republicans who say, oh, those stupid Chicago voters, that's what you get. We didn't ask for this. The 29th Ward did not choose socialism. No, we didn't vote for this. However, this is what was presented to us. So please grant us some grace as we emancipate from this crazy plantation that we're on. Please grant us some grace. Please come to Chicago. If you have, don't come to Chicago and pray for Chicago. But if you're coming to stir up Chicago, stay away. We don't want people coming from around the country to set our agenda. We know how to read. We don't need people coming from all out of town telling us how the numbers can go. Antifa, leave us alone. We don't need you to come and advocate for us. Not one time. We got our own squads. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Thank y'all again. P. Ray Black Excellence Hour, Sundays at 5 o'clock on WBON.
Erica, tell us your name real quick. Spell it out for us.
Sister Erica, SISTERERICA. Black Power.
Black Power. Anything else, Mark? That's it?
One more thing, Brother Martin. I want to let all of my people out there know that rebellion to tyrants is obedience to God. Rebellion to tyrants is obedience to God. These politicians in Chicago, they are tyrants. And that will be the end of our press conference.
That's it? All right, this live, uncut, unedited. P. Ray, spell your name real quick, because we didn't get you, because we'll be asking.
P space RAY space EASE-LEE. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, this is live, uncut, unedited. Y'all already know what it is. Peace out. Peace out. I see the signs. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.